Hi everybody, I'm Angela Mader with Fitlosophy here with the Nicole Wilkins, 4-time figure Olympia champion. Hi Nicole.
Hi Angela, good to be here.
We are here today to announce that we have a new product that we worked with Nicole on creating. What's it called?
It's the fitbook prep.
So, as you guys know, Nicole has sold fitbook for many years just with her logo on it. And I want to kind of talk about that, tell you today the difference between fitbook and fitbook prep. But first, before we jump into that, I kind of want to get a little background on, when did you start journaling? Why is journaling important to, the competition process?
Right. Well, I've actually been weight training for over half of my life. 32 right now, which doesn't seem like it was that long. But when you think about it, 15 to 20 years of weight training.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, I would just get notebooks that you could get at CVS, and I would write down all my workouts, how many sets and reps I did, what exercises. I would journal my food for the day, and it's kind of funny now to look back on what I did then. But even when I started getting into competing, which was about 14 years ago, believe it or not, I tracked a lot of those things in addition to the little things too, like circumference measurements, how I felt, so little notes, how my energy was, because I think when you're taking your fitness to the next level, all those little things matter. And I could never find a workout journal that I really loved that had all of those extra little things involved aside from just what you did in the gym, or just what you eat. And that's when I found Fitbook, and that's when I was like, let's make one with my logo on it so I can sell it, because when I train people and I work with people one-on-one, it's something that I always recommend. Write down what you're doing, because I think a lot of people are visual. You go in the gym and you work out, but are you keeping track of your progress? And I think that makes a big difference.
You make a good point on that. Sorry to interrupt you. Taking it to the next level. And that's really what Fitbook Prep is. First of all, it is Fitbook Prep with Nicole Wilkins. Like, if you ever wanted to get inside the mind of someone that has won, 4-figure Olympias, 3 international figure competitions, this is your chance. In Fitbook Prep, you actually set goals on a 12-week basis. And obviously, a goal in this case is
to do a show. And
then each week, you actually set goals on a weekly basis. So you break it down. So yes, you have this big 12-week goal, but what am I going to do weekly? Some things that we added on a weekly basis, you guys, Nicole has created a weekly prep checklist just to remind you to plan your workouts for the week, schedule your workouts, take your weekly progress pics is one thing we talk about. Planning meals for your week, prepping and portioning your food. But on a daily basis, let's talk about the daily page. The workout, you guys, stays the same. Literally, she made no changes, which I was shocked. I was like, okay. But the big change you're going to see on a daily basis is the fuel log. We changed it from food log to fuel because you're fueling your body. We do have an area to track calories, protein, carbs, fat, and then the blank line. What do you track other than those 3 macros?
You can track fiber, you can track sugar intake, you can track things like that. But obviously, protein, carbs, and fats are your major macronutrients that you want to take into account on a regular basis.
The other thing is we do have the nutrient tracker, which is common in Fitbook, but one thing, we don't make a recommendation. It's so specific to your diet, your body. We did add space to track your supplements. Obviously, they're, protein, multivitamins, BCAAs, everything like that you're going to be taking to supplement your nutrition. We want to be able to give you space to track there. And then we did make a recommendation that your recommendation is 1 gallon of water when you're training for competing, right? So here's the cool part, you guys. Whenever you get to the weekly wrap up, every single week, with all her tips, week by week. So at the end of week 1, you should select the show you want to compete in and register. You need to buy your membership cards, whether it's NPC, IFBB, whatever it might be. You need to buy those 5-inch clear heels. Obviously, this is detailed with Nicole on how she preps for every competition, which is phenomenal insight from someone who's done this so many times.
When I wrote this checklist out for the end of each week, I put myself in the mindset of what I was feeling in a prep. I think back at my Olympia preps and just show preps for the last 14 years, and I put on paper what is going on through my mind. In the beginning, you're fired up, so week 1 is pretty straightforward.
Nailed it.
Halfway through, you start second guessing your progress, maybe because your weight isn't changing. However, you're still making progress within the physical, the visual. You're seeing more definition. Your clothes are fitting better, and then toward the end, you might be a little bit more tired because you're training really intense. Your calories are a little bit lower because you're trying to drop a little bit more body fat. You're getting anxious because the show is coming up very close. So with the little tips that I have to help keep you focused throughout those periods throughout the prep, I incorporate that in.
The last part, right before you step on stage, we give you a competition bag prep checklist, so you know what to take backstage, as well as a You Did It page. I think the most important thing is reflect on your accomplishments. Most importantly, relax and have fun, which is a tip from Nicole as well. And then there's space at the end for journaling, because I think one thing that people forget is, how do you feel right now? Because whether it's your first competition or your 10th competition, you can look back at your fitbook prep. What was going through your mind? How have you made progress? And what's going on mentally for you?
Right.
Not just physically.
Every show is going to be different. Some are going to be smooth sailing. Some are going to be a lot harder. Some are going to be more stressful. Life happens in the middle of a prep. So reflecting back and what went good and what could be improved on for next time. There's a spot for you to write that out.
So you guys, if you want to get a fitbook prep created with Nicole Wilkins, go to NicoleWilkins.com. They are available exclusively there for $27.95. This is seriously a wealth of information, and just thank you for helping us create.
Well, thank you for giving me the opportunity. I'm really excited.